Gemini, week commencing the 2nd of February for you. You really need to wrap things up now. This decision that you've been trying to make for, feels like 10 years for me, for the readings that I've been doing for you, but a decision needs to be made. You're going through a huge transformation. If you don't, chaos, the universe will just take over and do things itself. But you have this beautiful energy of spirituality and sage coming through that I think a lot of you are conflicted about what path to take, and a choice that needs to be made as well that is kind of bothering you. You just don't know what direction to take, but always source is saying go with the new, step into this new world of yours, this awakening and reckoning that's happening right now, because you're trying to create a world where you're stable, you're secure, but I feel like you may be holding on too tightly to the past. So just be careful, because if you don't make a decision, the universe is going to come and push you to guide you into making one. So you really need to wrap things up. If you want to book a reading with me, you can do via the link in my bio. It's all donation based, so regardless of what you donate, I will always give you a 30-minute reading. Also free Destiny of Matrix chart. But let's get into your reading, because I feel like this will really help guide you in the decision that you need to make, whether it be in love, in a career move, or just about your transformation that you're feeling inside and allowing people to see who you truly are now. Hello, my beautiful Geminis. This is your weekly reading for the week commencing the 2nd of February. Let's get into it with your oracle cards. We have Sandpiper Spirit. Let me see if I can zoom in actually instead of bringing it down. So we have Sandpiper Spirit, which is be playful. Source wants you to embody a little bit of a playful energy, and you shouldn't find that difficult, Gemini, because you are a playful, spirited nature sign anyway. So try to embody a little bit of that this week. I know it's easier said than done sometimes, but you also have the miracles are endless. So have faith that things will work out this week for you, and that there are miracles that are around. And then we have Dragon Supernatural as your spirit animal guides. You are an ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your identity. Rise with dignity. I like that because that follows suit with your other two cards that you have here, spirituality and sage. You are obviously going through a transformation right now, and some of you could be really, really getting into your practice of spirituality. And also with you being the sage here, is that you're able to perform, I could say miracles, but miracles in a way where you're alchemizing energies and you're turning positive into negative into positive, because we also have this perspective card for your career where it says, if you change the way you look at things, you could see everything in a brand new light that will help you get where you want to be. So this is you being that black swan and doing things differently out of society's norm, and just embodying or adopting an energy where you're not going to do the normal thing that you or your family or your lineage have done, and you being quite comfortable with that. You're like, you know what, I'm just going to follow my own path because I feel that's what's going to serve me best right now, because you are on a transformation, you're on a journey of changing. I feel like you're changing within, and then now, I think you have been on this journey for a while though, Gemini, and I think it's only now that you're completely saying, do you know what, I think I might be ready to show the world what it is I'm capable of with my spirituality, and with my that's weird. It's a kitchen sorceress. So I feel like a lot of you are maybe practicing herbal medicine, holistic healing and care right now. There's some kind of chaos, but I think this is an internal chaos that's going within you, where I feel like you may care about how others perceive you. You may wonder how energies that are around you are going to take this announcement that you're silently and slowly showing the world. I don't think this is a big, hey, bang, hurrah, here I am. No, I think silently you've been leading up to this moment where you've been pondering with it, and you have been making adjustments to your life. You are filtering people out, you're filtering situations out, things that you just don't feel like you can call home anymore. But I think there's one final thing that needs to be accomplished here, is what I'm picking up from your energy. And you're very much like, I don't know if I'm ready to go full force with this yet. So it could be leaving you in a state of chaos internally. But let's have a look and find out what your overall energy this week for Gemini, please. Gemini's collective, overall energy for Gemini this week. Wow. There's that internal chaos. I did say, I was picking up on it. Mentally, you are conflicted this week. You're very much conflicted on, how do I make this transition without hurting other people? How do I let them know that things have changed within me? I want to be at peace, but I feel like there's just one little thing holding me back. And I don't know if it's to do with your stability, with your finances. You're worried about how that change will come into effect if you were to completely change everything and go down the path of being a true spiritual healer. You're a little bit worried here, but the Tower next to the Six of Swords, for me personally, I like that energy. I think it's an energy where you're finally moving on to calmer times now. You see reality for what it is, and you think, how much longer do I do this? How much longer do I deny myself something? How much longer do I starve myself when I just want to follow my heart? I want to follow my passion. Yeah, look at that. So you've done a lot of soul searching for a very long time here, Gemini. You've gone within, and I think this is, I would say about a year. You've been doing some inner reflection work for quite a while now, and it's that case of, do I follow my passion or do I stick to something that's more guaranteed? Because I'm not sure where this path is going to lead me. And I think that's what the chaos is. That's what Source is saying to me, that you're conflicted mentally and you're wondering, what do I do? So let's have a look and see what's happening for you this week. I'm not surprised to see the Two of Swords there. You are confused. Yeah. How do I step into this new me, this new life? Some of you may be resisting leaving something, just as I said that. You could be holding on to a little bit of the past life to you. You're like, my foundations are set, I'm good. But there's something inside you that's just niggling, Gemini. It's niggling, yeah, to close the chapter. It's time to wrap things up, it's also saying here. I put that there because it fell on the Judgment card. So definitely a choice. It's also saying there's definitely a choice that needs to be made here. We just don't know what Gemini is going to do. Okay, we've got 2 cards there. Yeah, because you have that. You're fearful that if you choose the wrong path, you're fearful that you're going to choose the wrong path. You're just like, I just don't know, Sheriffa. I don't know. Do I go left? Do I go right? Do I do this? Do I step into my new life? Or do I stay where I'm currently at? Because it's consistent. It's giving me something. I've set my foundations, but I'm scared. I'm scared to lose out on fire. Yeah, you're worried. I wouldn't say scared. You're worried. There's an element of worry there for you. Okay, but we have look at that, beautiful Gemini. You're showing up as the magician, that you have all the tools. Okay, so clear message here. And what I'm going to start with is the fact that we have this judgment and the world right here in the middle. This is all saying to you, listen, let's have a conversation. Let me just draw things a little bit closer here so that I make sure I'm getting this message out to all my Geminis. Okay, I'm going to bring this down a bit. Okay. It's time to wrap things up, Gemini. Okay? It's time to wrap things up. You have gone over this over and over and over and over again in your mind. If you do need some guidance, please listen to what I'm saying to you, okay? 1, change your perspective. If you change the way you look at things, you could see everything in a brand new light that will help you get to where you want to be. Okay? I'm all of a sudden feeling called to pull out an Archangel Michael card, so I'll do that in the end. But I think this really is going to help you in order for you to find out what it is and where it is you really want to go. Change your perspective. Take time out, okay? Miracles are endless. And stop taking things so seriously, Gemini. Be playful, right? This isn't the end of the world. No pun intended there, okay? This isn't the end of the world. Go out and explore. Go out and see what tickles your fancy. What is it that you really want to do? But you're definitely going through a transformation here. This is an awakening. This is a reckoning. This is a time for you to rebirth. Come into your new life. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Just allow spirit to move you as well. And I never, ever refer to any of my readings. I don't use the word spirit. But for this one, I feel like let spirit move you in the right direction. Allow things to unfold naturally and don't hold yourself back. There's an element here where you're holding yourself back because you want something that's going to be stable and grounded and it's going to be guaranteed. But where's the fun in that, Gemini? Now, I'm not saying be reckless. I'm not saying be impulsive. I'm not saying just go quit your day job. Always have a backup plan. But in the grand scheme of things, when we look at the bigger picture of life, what are we really here for on earth? It's not to live day to day, doing things over and over again in the mundane way. Yes, be responsible, take care of your duties, but you have to fill your heart with joy. There are no cups here, Gemini. What is going on? I feel like your heart chakra, you just don't feel connected to anything here. And when you do feel connected, at the bottom of the deck here, we've got the 9 of Cups with the 10 of Pentacles. You're telling me like, yeah, what will make me happy, Sheriffa, is if I have a shit ton of money. I just want loads of money, which is fine. But for some of you, it's you want stability, you want security. Your wish is to have something that's secure and stable. But right now, I feel like this manifestation is just not coming through right now because you're holding on to things too much. You're holding on to things too tightly. Loosen the grip a little bit, loosen the reins and see where it takes you. This decision that you have to make, this 2 of Swords with the Lovers, it could be that you have to make a decision when it comes to love. It could be that you have to make a decision on the path that you need to walk down on. But Source is saying to you, you already know. And if you don't already know, let me break it down for you again with this judgment. Judgment is leaving the old behind. Leave the old behind and step into this new world. Okay, close that chapter, close that door, let go. Let go of the grip. This is where it says miracles are endless. You know, miracles are endless, Gemini. So trust your intuition, trust yourself, trust the universe, trust spirit to guide you and move you into the correct direction. You will be supplied for, okay? Spirit will not move you in one direction for you to go down in poverty. It's not possible. You're not put here to, what will happen is if you prolong the decision, no decision is wrong, but what is wrong is if you prolong it and you hold on to things too tightly for too long, then that tower moment's going to come in a negative way. Okay, that tower moment will come in. The universe will say to you, okay, Gemini, if you're not making your mind up, if you're undecisive, then I'm going to take matters into my own hands, and it will actually create a chaotic moment for you. So please don't do that, Gemini. This week, really, really, really tap into your spiritual side. Okay, you are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift, so you're able to change to any situation. You're able to alchemize energies around you as well. So master your own destiny and rise with dignity. This is you rising up with dignity. The Judgment card, you're rising up. Okay, something has been bubbling inside of you or boiling inside of you, and it's a time now for you to rise up and really make the decision here and the choice. Creating a world that's nurturing, that's stable, that's grounded. Some of you could be mums, and you don't want to make the wrong decision for your children, for that's going to affect your children and your family. But for you to have 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 4 major arcanas here, you're going through a huge transformation, Gemini. And it may even come into effect when Uranus goes into your sign. But I feel for some of you, that would be the forced energy. That would be the universe saying to you, okay, well, you haven't made the decision. So when Uranus goes into Gemini, there are sudden changes, depending on what house Uranus is in for you and your Gemini placements. If you're a sun, moon or rising, you're going to have a look at that and see what house it is. But that's the area that Uranus will shake up. Okay, let's get some advice for you. 1 card for advice for the Gemini collective, please, Source. 1 card for advice. Okay, we've got 2. You've got the world again. Stop being so conflicted, Gemini. Yeah, the past is done, okay? It's a blessing in disguise. We need to move on. This is all saying to you, advice is, put whatever has caused you hurt and pain in the past, cut your losses, and just close that chapter now. It's a clear message here for you, Gemini, that you need to wrap things up. This is, I think an energy of, okay, we need to wrap things up now. How are we going to do that? Where are we going to go? Changing your perspective as well is going to be quite important for you, Gemini. Look at that. I mean, you can't, Kipper cards never lie. They will tell me exactly what this reading is about. So some of you, may have cared for people for a very long time. You put a lot of effort into caring for others, mentally, physically, and I think this is your time. This is all saying to you that we can see the hard work that you've done. You choosing to go to the spiritual side of life, and you may think, oh, there's not a lot of money in that, Sheriffa, is there? You will be taken care of, and you will be seen with high honour. Okay, there isn't anything there for you to worry about, Gemini. I feel like if that's your direction, that's the direction you want to go in, please do it. Okay, and this toil and labour, some of you need to get out of your head a little bit here. Okay, it's causing you mental overstimulation. You need to be. I think the key message here in this reading is to be playful. Go jump in some puddles. There's a lot of rain everywhere at the moment. Change your perspective on that as well. The floods. Go swim if you want to. Jump. Put your boots on and do a Peppa Pig. Just jump in muddy puddles. Okay, that's what I have for you, Gemini. Enjoy your week.